More like it sounds like a perfect time for you to get banned. Talk about it. By the way, so much fucking currency. I thought I still had the table flip. By the way, so much currency to make this stupid axe. It's not bad. Brother, fucking, it's an 800 DPS axe. It's the highest. It's the highest fizz DPS. Like, I think it's the best weapon I've ever done, like damage wise. It's not a good weapon, to be honest. Like, I could try exalting it, see if it hits like attack speed, but chances are it's not going to. The accuracy is useless to us because we use Resolute Technique. The life per hit isn't actually bad. I wasted like, I don't even want to know how many fucking divines worth of alteration orbs. I got lucky though. Good tier 2 mods on this. The problem is I'm not even done is the issue. So I had minus these. I had from here to here, and then like this whole spot, which is like another 6 axes full, which I had saved up with like tier 2 mods of different types. And so I went through that, and we finally made an axe with 2 tier 2 mods. And then the issue is that technically, what I should do is get one of these with one of these. I had more than that. Basically, take this tier 2 with one of these tier 2 percentage ones, combine those, and then recombinate, like, if it hits the 2 tier 2 mods, recombinate those two with this, and hope that it recombinates into, like, has all the tier 2 fizz mods, and then with, obviously, a free suffix to craft, like, attack speed or some shit. I was just, I don't even want to think of how many more alteration orbs it's going to take me to do that. I had so shit luck. Looking at this axe makes me angry every time I look at it. It pisses me off. Every time I look at it, it makes me angry. Just remember how many times I failed. It just wouldn't recombinate 2 prefixes together. It was making me borderline ready to cry. Oh, I wanted to try what it feels like converting my damage completely to 5. Because if that feels fine, I can get another. Well, technically, I could get +1 arrows. So I would honestly probably just grab reduced extra damage from crits. Because we're still kind of squishy. Yeah, so we're only at 32,000 armor. I'd want that to be 40,000. At least. But that requires more crafting for armors and stuff. And we have pretty decent mods on all this other stuff. I need to reroll. Yeah, the Searing XR I can plus it. That one's not really doing anything for us. Did we get that one, but for endurance charges? Oh, I'm from something borderline useless to something very useless. You see how much those greater Elder Chambers cost? The world healed a little over the weekend. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I think the design's also like pretty similar, no? One for two. All right. Um. One down to the bottom. Gosh, it's a cat. Oh goodness gracious. Oh me, oh my. We're gonna see if we can run Silo Delirious on this build. Honestly, I need to 5-link this X so I can do this. Get a 5th shout going. I definitely do like way more damage without having it fully converted. Like pretty sure. Let's see when we... Rare. I can't really tell the difference. I probably have to POB it to see. Got 200k people and they be stream at the peak. Oh my god, that's insane. I'm assuming she did it on YouTube. Yeah, I figured. Infamous blade cut. Have to come back pretty later. I will say I was moderately surprised at how like soon it was. But then again, I haven't really kept up with most of the other ones. I don't know how long it took for Fauna to get hers up and running. But I feel like it was pretty quick after. There was already like rumblings. I think like the Twitter account had already posted something. Honestly, I'm thinking about the axe again, and I'm so mad at how much currency it took me to make this axe, and it's not even like... It's like mid at best. I can't handle the chaos. Especially not with the, I mean, remember having an infamous blade cast I need to go deal with after. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this map was pretty easy with the mods, but... I need a mana donut to die. Alright, I need to go run Merc Lab a couple times to finish getting my gem to quality 20. I can get the 4th Fisher. I'm kind of trolling. 119. 19 off of 8. Worth the regen. Getting set up so fast. I mean, I feel like even then, it's like, because like at the speed for getting it all done, it would still have to be something more than likely was thought about in advance, like a decent portion. Guess lead some credence to people talking about how the current people leaving is due to difference in opinion from upper management and the talents. Or it could just be that, you know, just wanted to be able to have a bit more control over what they had to do and how much they had to do and stuff. Anything good. Tier 3. YouTube recommending you JP YouTubers with Final Fantasy. Angela recommend you when this doing Etrian Odyssey game. Whatever group. One of the others. The combo. The Wombo combo. Yeah. Like I haven't, because like especially like nowadays, especially when they have someone like Doobie who's so like well ahead for that. It's like in forethought and stuff like that. And like with the trend, it's probably definitely something you kind of just think about ahead of time.
Make your choice. Our society prefers swift resolutions. Oh, this one.
I'm so fucking good. Yeah. As soon as I like that first hit, I was like, I'm so dead. I don't have the regen for that. Is there any other aspect of the spider I should have just like brought Bama instead? Bama's probably the only one that had a decent shot at it. It costs it. Money means I can literally only a 4 mana difference. Means I can just put something else on it. You need a high max life and high like elemental resist. I don't know, I'm all for it though. Glad she was able to get up and running so quickly. I mean, to be fair, with how popular she was, I'm not even surprised. So I think T1 is like 100. Heck, that's T5. It's like 100 something. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And we have a free in each. Oh, okay, yeah, we hit T1 life, T1 res. Tier 3 on the all res, but that's just a free extra 13 res, so that puts us at, yeah, so that's another 5. We're at 79. We'll be at 80, so that's like 42? No, 32%. Right now 33. 32%. 40% fire penetration with the ring. Not bad. Not bad. I think I put elemental damage with attacks on that. I need to figure out what anoint to put on that. Also, the Windows, ugh, I'm so mad. Windows 10 is like stopping security support for Windows 10 in October. So it's pushed forward my plans to upgrade my PC. Currently looking at CPU, motherboard, because my graphics card is still good enough. And then I think I'll just take the chance to upgrade my monitors while I'm at it. So one of these days might have a pause in streaming while, you know, change the parts, get Windows 11 installed, and checking all that shit out. Eventually led to True Odyssey player all the way up to playing Final Fantasy VIII. Hit him with the gun. Hit him with the gunblade. People just have bad accent. No. Are you auto-exerting Infernal Cry? What are you manually casting? Okay, somebody just too lazy. I guess they leveled up. There's a couple of the Chieftain dudes that were doing pretty good. Wise. Increase elemental damage at the I think I'm gonna put on. Oh wait, right, we're in. Definitely not. Oh, I don't need. Wait, what is he running on this cost? Okay, fuel the fight, so I do need Clever Thief. I'm trying to find an anoint that I want. Because right now I'm borderline about to just anoint the plus 10 max rage. Or Hatchet. Actually, should I just anoint Hatchet Master? No, 24 with just 10% attack speed isn't really worth. If anything, it'd be Disciple of Slaughter for frenzy charges to help while mapping. Oh my goodness. Is that the shortest virus you've ever seen? Yeah, put it agua. Actually, wait, can I drink water yet? You have to wait 3 minutes. I have to wait 30 minutes after doing my mouthwash. Original versions for all of them, because their FF1 playthrough is original. Oh, sheesh. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you see, I had to cut you off with the short joke ahead of time because I knew you were going to come with something off of the axe. Alright? Alright. You think I don't know you? You think I don't know what you'd be up to? What kind of things go through that brain? Like, you know, it's a whole maneuver when they're gonna sit down on the chair you told them not to sit down on, and you just pull it out right before they sit down. And they plant their butt on the ground. Get wrecked. I really just want to do battle trance. Just a cat cut you some slack? No, 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 no. You said... I read your thing. It says you're not a cat. You're a virus with the thingy, and that's just your tag thing. I don't remember. Don't look at me. I'm a bear. I can't read. Ha! Wrecked! That's right. I read it. Ah! I read it. That's right. Get rolled by your own lore that you chose yourself. That gets the spray. Not a cat phase. To be fair, did you really expect people to let up when you put the word Neko in your time? That's like me calling myself Marshmallow Bear and then being like, I'm not a bear. To be fair though, most people treat me like I'm a marshmallow, even though there's a very clear bear at the end of that name. Is what it is. People are weirdos. What do I want to anoint? A lot of people have like Clever Thief anointed, but I don't need that. Got plenty of mana leech as it is. Especially with hitting that I guess I can do this. I do have an opulent. Oh wait, no, that's a silver. Do I have a silver? Might have a silver. Could be a bear made. And you could be drop kicked into next Tuesday, you know? Get up. Not even spelling the name. It can't, because like the point is it can't. But the marshmallow isn't even spelled like the food. The person who gave me that nickname thought of that ahead of time. Which is also why it's kind of ironic because a lot of... I don't know how many times I would play like Overwatch or something or like Apex like early on and people be like, oh, are you the DJ? It's like, no. Everybody acts like he's the only person who had half a brain to come up with that spelling of marshmallow. Like, it astounds me how, like, I get it, right? Because it's the name that like got popularized, but it boggles my mind. I'm like, because there's literally one dude in Overwatch who asked me if I was the DJ. I was like, no. And then he literally just kept in all caps typing in chat, like, why the fuck do I have that name? And I'm sitting here like, what is wrong with people? I don't know what I want to anoint though. Definitely don't need that. I don't need deep bellows. Want to take 8, increase damage. No, I don't need those. I don't need deep breath. Is it deep breath or deep bellows? Throwing challenge. Am I tripping? Like, it has to have been deep breath. There's no way it's deep bellows. that's deep, bro. Page crush. Yeah, I'm kind of debating if I want to just anoint Disciple of the Unyielding and then just take these points out. Like, I'd get 4 points back, but I'd lose 2 points because I'd have to get the endurance charge increase. So what would I do with the 2 extra points? I mean, I could use it to finish getting this, which would be +3 to max resistances, or I could use it here to get like 50% increased elemental damage. I feel like this is like the only thing I could actually use it on. Do I have the oils for that? Or am I gonna have to buy a crimson? I'd have to buy a crimson oil. Well, because the point is I also haven't been using Blood Rage while mapping. I was wondering why I felt like I had a button that I was missing to push. But I already have like way too many fucking buttons. I don't think I even use Blood Rage with this. I mean, I think you're like, you can. I just don't. Drop kicked into next Tuesday. Just be getting kicked a few hours forward since next Tuesday is tomorrow. Except if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, I think it's the following Tuesday. No, if I'm not mistaken, if it's in the same week, next Tuesday does not mean like the next actual Tuesday. It means the Tuesday after. And then you say this Tuesday if it's for the Tuesday within this week. Unless they've changed it, because who the fuck knows with English nowadays? Changed your cat thing? Change it back. How could you? That's so rude. Actually toxic. I worry about the annoyance. That's like kind of shitty though. I really have nothing better, huh? I mean, I could do this. I don't know if I want to use another Exalted Orb on it though. I already used one with crafting this axe. I could actually just use that. Oh, but I don't have Overleech. What the f— Hey, my dad, I want to SMH. Doesn't want to be a cat. Conforms to the box being placed upon them because they are like, since I am cat, if I fits, I sit. Tries to free them from the box, and then they get mad at you instead. Actually a cat. I can't believe it. Uh, oh, actually, Imagine trying to use. All I see is cat bag. Anyway, how are you, Virus? What have you been up to? How did the Minecraft contraption-y stuff go? Oh. Oh, okay. My mouse froze for a second when I was trying to like turn the suite on so I could actually use my side mouse buttons, and I thought it might have crashed the. Yes. Just woke up. Machines are working. You made elevators? Let's go. That means it's time for you to make a giant bear Gundam. What was I gonna do? Brain. Oh, right. I was gonna. Look how many fusings I have. We have 115 fusings, so if we get 35 more fusings, I can 5-link my axe and then have that exert something. Even though I think I have all of the war cries at the moment that are exertable. Because this is for retaliation, this doesn't have any exerts on it. This has an exert, this has an exert, this has an exert, this has an exert. This doesn't have an exert, this has an exert. Alright, I already have all the stuff being exerted then.
I cannot do this yet.
Stupid thing activated when I was trying. There's another like 30,000. That's extra damage is extra damage. I need to get another one of these medium cluster jewels for exerted attacks. Oh, wait, I wish your favorite maps would have like a special mark on. Kind of like this. At the very least, let us like be able to mark them. I really not have an. I really don't have an aired like map. We'll just run our 3 silos. Might be possible. Focus on your singular. You have a brain cell? Yo, hand it over. Imagine having one of those in this day and age. I'm gonna try running them. I'm pretty sure this one's a bad idea, but you know what? Fuck it, we ball. That's what I'm saying. Imagine, dog. I got none. I've been in the negatives for like since the day I've been born. awesome. Bleh. At least a few. No, I got none. I look in that jar every morning and it's just as empty as it's always been. With a note at the bottom that says, give back the ones you've borrowed, but those are gone. Oh, right, after this we're gonna go run lab, like, more times than I want to because it's quality. Oh, actually, fuck that, I'm using my prisons. I'm just gonna burn all of them. I really just don't want to run lab right now. I hate doing lab, it's so annoying. Half a brain cell and said jar, don't we both have? It's like, it's not even half of an actual processor chip, right? It's like the box that it came in. You just like cut the picture in half and you just put that half in there. You're like, there you go. Carnage looks beautiful. Yeah, that's why I play this game. To be fair, it's also why I like this skill. Even though it's a double-edged sword, because on certain boss fights it'll cover up certain things that'll kill you on the ground. Mildly annoying. Have you ever played PoE, Darius? Half a coupon, half of an expired coupon. You gave the half that the expiration date on it, and it's like 3 months old. Oh, we have an abyss. Am I brave enough to do that? I'm brave enough to do it after we clear everything. Nah, it looks fun though. It is free. If you wanted to try it. I wouldn't mind teaching. Done. Alright. With you, the delay for you is horrendous. To be fair, sometimes it's not the delay. Sometimes it's I'm trying not to die. It takes me a bit to look over. You know, a lot of times I feel bad because like Zalaric will say something, then I'll look over like 8 minutes later and be like, oh, oops. Fighting for my life for 8 minutes. Forgot to look at chat. Forgot that I'm a street. Wait, is it possessed? It's fucking possessed. It's gonna kill me. I'm like pretty sure I can't beat this thing. It being possessed. Holy wait, what?
Good help is so hard to find.
Was it not over here? Oh no, I got thrown off because of the fucking tornadoes. That's the only thing I don't like about fucking Delirium. Well, this is the only major downside to this game. Like everything that you do just keeps adding more screen clutter to the fucking game when it's already hard enough to see shit as it is. Like there's Delirium, there's a fire tornado, and then like you can't see the boss like half of the time because it's so dark on that map. Share. Oh, if you're looking at the daily wisdom thing, yeah, it's not what you think it is. I need to turn that redeem off because I need to like I need to do changes to it. I want to change that to where it like keeps track of how many times someone's redeemed it, because it'll be daily, so it'll just be like once per person, and then it needs to give like a random actual piece of wisdom so I don't have to like keep track of it myself. I need to stop over to Bama because I need to get I need to see that Kineticist has something good. Doing your own thing over here, are you in the zone? Forget you even sent something. Yeah, like I don't know, like especially I think it was like on Friday. There's a couple times I'd look back, I'd be like, ah, I said something. Looked over, it was like, wait, what time is that? What time is it? Oops. Hold on. Yeah, it's just pain. The problem is defensively, this character is kind of not all there. Or like not this one, well this one too, but which is why I think I'm just gonna anoint Hardy. That was kind of like my initial plan when before I put the ring on. So I would have had like a shit ton of health regen. I'm still debating if I actually want to use the ring, because it's still not more fire pen than
My time is precious. Don't waste it.
oh,
Charmed, I'm sure. Now run along.
if this was haste instead, I would want it.
Charmed, I'm sure. Now run along.
Oh, this guy? That's big, bro. He hits things really hard. Yeah, that's the special skill. So there's 6 classes? 7? 6. Witch, Templar, Marauder, Duelist, Ranger, Shadow, Scion. Yeah, there's 7 classes. And aside from Scion, because Scion's a little weird, the 6 regular classes have what's called ascendancies. They have like 3 each that have special passives that are specific to that ascendancy, and that's this guy. It's part of him being a guardian. He gets to summon a big dude that he has a pretty good amount of damage. That's this character, yeah, my guardian, and then the chieftain, which was this one, who is probably gonna get respec into a berserker just because the new Berserker is kind of disgustingly strong. But I think I'd have to do some adjustments to my passive tree. But yeah, so you have like, there's a lot of options. Yeah, so this guy, so like you start here. So the general gist of it is people get overwhelmed by this because this is the passive tree that you have, but it's because this is a passive tree for all 7 classes. Like it's not individually based. Like Chieftain, which is a Marauder, starts here. My Guardian, who is a Templar, starts here. The Witch starts here. Shadow starts here. Ranger starts here. Duelist starts here. And then Scion starts here in the middle. So you just get access to everything. It can be a little overwhelming for like newer players for like decision paralysis, especially because there's certain nodes that kind of either work together or don't work together, and sometimes it's a little hard to tell what does and what doesn't. But if you follow like there's a lot of guides and stuff for pretty much every type of build out there, so there's like plenty of things to like kind of cut that out, and you can just follow it, and it helps you get a feel for the game. Yeah, there's like somewhere between like 13 to 1400 of these passive nodes already getting filled. To be fair, like I have well over 1,000 hours in this game, and it was only until somewhat recently that I started like just playing certain builds like myself, like without having to look stuff up. Like this build, well, mostly because I've played a lot of slams over the years. Like I kind of just made this tree. Sometimes I'll look up what other people are using for stuff, but this tree is like, it's not too different now from what most people are running, I don't think, but it's kind of more tailored towards myself than anything else. Also, I need to like respec this tree into this, because I actually don't think it's like worth this anymore. Because it's like, we gain 3 rage here versus just gaining 2 rage here for plus 10 over 6. So we get 4 more rage. It's just that the inherent loss starts a second later is kind of nice for boss fights, but I think it's offset by the fact that our war cries give rage. Yeah, like those 3 put us at like 15. Yeah, but there's a lot of guides out there that cut out all of that. I just like that's what my other builds are. All of my other builds are guides. I don't mess around with them. Because well, the last one I tried, which was the second build I did, was it didn't go too well because I'm not very whatchamacallit, I am not very well versed at like everything. I only really know how to like build characters without like a you know, a guide holding my hand. I only know how to build characters in these 2 starting positions, the Marauder and the Duelist, because those are the ones I've spent like probably 90% of my time playing. I've played a little bit of Templar, but not too much. I've been trying to play more Raider, which is a Ranger start, and then I have a Witch. And then I'm really bad at Shadow. I suck at this fucking starting area. I'm trying to just play it myself. Alright, we need to go do the Abyss. But the big thing about it is like, it's more visually overwhelming than anything else, because in PoE, the biggest thing about PoE is just learning the shit you don't have to worry about. Because while the tree is like 1,300 plus nodes, you only care about 100 of them. Because that's the only amount of passive points you get. So you really can't reach that far around the tree. And there's very, very few builds that kind of do the track run around the outside, as some people call it. Because that means they're just all cluster gems. This one didn't do 3 pits. I'm not gonna get. I thought this one would be a 3 pit one. They could have gotten us to 6, but I think the only way to get to 6 is if we kill the dude, but he's possessed, has 110% extra fizz as cold, 26% increased damage, increased attack cast speed, 42% elemental resistances. Yeah, that's not happening. Like, we're not killing that unique boss. I don't even think my other character that I was on could kill it, and that character's stronger. Actually, I don't even know if that character's stronger anymore. Honestly. Not after getting the axe. Right, I'm just gonna do... Because, like, our life regen is 232. Wait for the buff to wear off. 367. No, because it's only 1.8%. Without like the significant regen, I don't think like that's worth. I think it's better just to get like something like tireless or devotion. Just get more HP. Because the biggest issue I'm having right now is I need to be at like 4K life. I'm not at 4K life. Which means that we have to go back to the other tree. I need to farm red juice so I can craft new armor. Hopefully get some upgrades.
Time waits for no one.
One's kind of dangerous to grab, but we're gonna swap altars soon. We're like 100 or so off from swapping to different Eldritch altars. This is Wiki. I might try your hand at being a Slayer, that or Assassin. Slayer is really, really good. Slayer, Champion are both really good for Duelist. Assassin is kind of rough. It's kind of fallen a bit out of usability, from what I've heard. Because there's a lot of other classes that can do what it does better. Like usually for Shadow, I think for the most part, it's like predominantly you either run Trickster, because Trickster has a shit ton of defenses, or Saboteur, because Saboteur recently got buffs. That's really good for certain mine builds. But Assassin, I mean, it's not like you can't play it. But I would say that for starting out, I'd probably like save that for like a second character, because there are Assassin builds. It's just either they take a lot of investment or they're very niche. So it's not it's a character better to be able to, once you've, you know, accrued a bit of resources in the game, to then swap to, like, later. Because they take a decent amount of effort to get up and running. Because I've tried to do a couple Assassin builds because there's been a couple skills I've seen where people put Assassin stuff for it. And it was really, like, they weren't bad, but it was like the amount of effort that it takes to get up and running for, like, a first character, especially just like a first character period, was kind of rough. Slayer, on the other hand, is like not like super easy. It can actually also be kind of rough too, but it's a lot easier to get up and running. It gets a lot of damage and a good amount of survivability for not a lot of investment. So it's a very solid like class to start with. So realistically, it kind of comes down to what kind of skills you want to use. Like at the moment, if you want to use like the skill I'm using, you basically play Marauder. Oh, because Marauder's kind of like the best one for slam skills. All the Ascendancies are just really good for it. I'm playing Chieftain because I'm lazy for gearing. I'll probably end up like redoing some gear to swap to Berserker down the line at some point, because the damage on that is like way better. Berserker is really good, or Slayer is really good for like strike skills, like Bone Shatter, even though there's a new Bone Shatter Berserker skill. Good amount of other ones. Might get super weird with all the throwing of the bombs. I mean, that's what Saboteur does. Saboteur, that's all it is. They just like eat a bunch of mines on the ground and then it explodes, and it just, to be fair, the warning with Saboteur is the builds you play with it, if you don't have a beefy PC, will like kill your PC probably. Because this game's not exactly the best optimized game out there. It's pretty old, and they kind of just kept shoving stuff into it. They've done the best they can, but there's just certain things you can't do without just completely rebuilding an engine. But honestly, like, I'd say if anything catches your eye and you're interested, it's free. Might as well try it out. I will say, you will probably have to, if you play a lot and you get to endgame, you're gonna have to spend money, unfortunately. Because of just the way they've done the stuff in the game. It's been probably one of the biggest critiques they've hit, like just outside of system stuff and some other things, is the monetization for newer players, especially in like the current day. Because you can play the game for free, and you get 6 starting stash tabs for free, which is just like these regular ones over here. I think you get like 6 of these. Yeah, I think you get like the 6 I have here, I think are free that you get potentially, or maybe you get 5. I don't remember how many you get because I've spent money. All these tabs over here are not free. And honestly, without this tab and this tab, you cannot really play the end game for very long because you just cannot. You don't have enough space to hold all of your currency and all of your maps, because the maps don't stack on top of each other. They're individual items. It's like there's there's well over 100 maps. I think there's like 200 maps in here, maybe more. But there's yeah, there's maybe more than that. Like there's a shit ton of maps in here. The currency does, like, this 1000, that's not how high the currency stacks. These stack to 40. So you just won't have any space for anything if you play for a long period of time, like into the end game. Luckily, you get there's a first blood pack that gives you a good amount of points. It's like really worth the value. It's kind of like, you know, gacha games, like when they have like the cheap first purchase pack that gives you a bunch of stuff. I think it's like $20 or something. And you can like pretty much get most of these. I think I've spent like a total of $50 in this game. And most of that is these stash tabs. Oh yeah, the flowers earlier, I forgot that you these things were a drop until that they had been giving out until Friday. They're pretty, I like them. I just wish I had better MTX to go with it. How much red juice was that? It wasn't a whole lot. Yeah, it was only 14. We're gonna be running a bunch of harvest. No, we're gonna keep. I need another medium cluster jewels with exerted attacks. But yeah, but I would say if it has any interest, it is free. You can play it. You can either do it through Steam or through their own launcher. I use their own launcher because for certain computers. Oh. Cool. My Atlas tree is useless. Because in their infinite wisdom, they decided to put the fucking Wildwood at a spot where the fucking Delirium portal can spawn. And I cannot walk over the opening for that. And if you use a movement skill through the Delirium mirror, it doesn't activate. So I can't activate this one. Thank you, GGG. Thank you for allowing that to happen. Oh, I got it. Okay. I just had to do some finagling with the fucking leap slam. Still, that should just not be a thing. That should just not be a thing. The annoying part is that they added the Wildwood thing after they added Delirium mirrors, and I have no idea why they didn't just code it to not overlap. Yeah, not being able to activate that would have literally made like 2/3 of my tree for like this Atlas tree just useless. Because it's designed for this predominantly. Like the main reason I run this tree is to get that mirror, so that way I can get these cluster jewels. But yeah, as much as I thoroughly enjoy this game, honestly, they need to kind of rethink the starting stash tabs. At the very least, I think they should give every player a map and a currency stash tab, like for free. I think the only reason they haven't done it is because they probably fear some sort of like backlash or something about it, but Okay. Guy fucking hurts and I don't know why. I know he has like the special altar thing on top of him, but he used to give a fuck ton of maps. But I've seen a lot of like veteran players in like in the Reddits and stuff being like, look, we don't care. Like we just want like new players and it's just not fair, honestly. Like newer players. But they just keep adding more and more things that you have to pick up and hold on to. Honestly, it's quite possibly like the most annoying thing they do in this game. Is they'll add new content that takes inventory space, and then they'll add a stash tab for it instead of just adding like a free container. Now they don't always do that. They definitely have added free containers for mechanics like heist and expedition and harvest, which is great. But there's definitely some other ones that they should also be doing that. Like, I'm pretty sure eventually they're just gonna add a tattoo and rune graft stash tab instead of just adding it to one of the existing stash tabs. At least that's the feeling I get. They might not, but there's a lot of tattoos in the game. There's not that many rune grafts, but there's a good amount of tattoos in the game that I could see them doing that. Do you love collecting money? Money. But yeah. I don't know, see what they do. Because like the big thing is that so they're working on a sequel at the moment, which is in like an early access stage. So it's supposed to be free to play once they're done with it. But it's currently like at cheapest $30 to play. Is that what I think it is? Oh, it's a bit. But it has like the same thing. Well, the big thing with that is it's like, damn, what the hell hit me? If you're a player who's played PoE1 and you have stash tabs like I do, you're just chilling. Because your stash tabs transfer over. But if you're like a new player, you're kind of... Well, I mean, if you bought the early access, you have like $30 worth of points. Because that's the one nice thing about it, is that when you spend money in the game, like, there's ways to smartly spend money in the game. Because like, for instance, I have a bear that's following me on this character. Big boy, right there. He's just a cosmetic pet. He came from a $30 pack that brought the bear, a bunch of other stuff that I don't really use. Because I literally just bought it for the bear. And then like $30 worth of points. Which is where I got some more stash tabs with. And a couple cosmetics. Okay, more than 50 monsters remaining. What the fuck? Ow. But like there's like, it's not like the most egregious, in all honesty. I hold on to this. I'm probably holding on to that one actually. I'd love to sell it for the fusings, but there's my next character. Well, occultist vestments. Is that worth? Because it's like 1v1 is the highest. It's like 90 energy shield difference, but it is a 6-link. Which 6-links are kind of a pain in the ass to get. We'll hold on to it. We can use it early, and then if we feel the need defensively, we'll swap. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get more people into PoE, but I also feel bad when, because there was one time there was somebody I was like, yeah, you should try PoE because they like these types of games, and then I didn't explain to them the whole stash tab issue, and since they got kind of caught off guard with it, it really put a sour mood for them, and then they just never played the game again. I always try to make sure people understand that it's like you are going to have to eventually spend money if you're going to play the game long term, unfortunately. That's just how they went with it, unfortunately. I think, well, because like part of it is I think they're also slightly too slow on trying to make sure I didn't leave any good money on the ground. Too slow on like updating certain things. There's a skin that I've wanted since I've basically for as long as I've played this game, and the skin's basically as old as the game is at this point. It is still the same amount of money. To this day, it's still worth the same amount as it was when it came out. And it kind of annoys me because it's $35 for one skin set, which the other thing that people don't like about this game is that, for instance, all these cosmetics that I'm using, like the bear pet, the weapon effect, the flowers, and all that stuff, can only be used on one character at a time. So they're not consumable. So you can swap them between characters. But like for instance, if I'm playing multiple characters that say I want to have this like bear pet, which to be honest I'd have it on every character, I can't. I have to keep like manually swapping them between characters, which just doesn't make any sense. In all honesty, it's just really doesn't make any sense. Eaten toe. So it's just like. And then they've never lowered the price of the other one, even though it's like well over 10 years old, and there's skins that are now that visually look better and it costs less money. So it's like, why would I ever spend more money on a skin that's older? To be fair, I still like it, but it's just like graphically it's not up to par, even with like the free stuff that they give out through the seasons. Because the challenges, every league has a challenge tier, and you get cosmetics for it. This one's like a full armor set again. The last one gave like special effects and a cape and stuff. So it just, I don't know, it just boggles my mind. Like I would have thrown another like 15 bucks at the game. Like I would have bought another $30 pack if that thing wasn't 30 bucks. Spend money down the line anyways. Extra on top. To be fair, it's because it's a bit outdated. The amount of stuff you had to keep track of like early on in PoE's life cycle, those free stash tabs would have held you over for a decent amount of time. Like realistically speaking, like you would have done fine. Like when I first played PoE, I really didn't even like. I'd get towards, because like, well, to be fair, back then you didn't have maps, you just had endgames at the very beginning. And even then, at that time, I only played for a little bit. But I knew people who played PoE then that they were just like, it was a pain to some degree, but they were like, it was still manageable. It's just that they've added so much stuff, and you gain so many items now, like you gain so much currency and stuff, that for whatever reason, they just never got around to kind of making it new player friendly. It's kind of like the sad truth about it, because there's no way they would lose money by giving away, like by giving new players the oh shit, at least I think I have the wrong atlas. Yeah, that's still the second atlas. Oh well. Oopsies. There's no way they'll lose money from giving new players a map tab and a currency tab, which honestly, like that's all you really need. Those are the only like real bloat for materials and stuff. You can just make do by just not picking shit up that you don't need, which is easier said than done because I'm a fucking loot whore. Like half of my uniques that I have, I'm like not even like probably 80% of the uniques in my and like 2 of my stash tabs are just I'm never using them. But I'm like, but what if? And so I'm just holding on to them for literally no reason. But it's just a case of I don't know if it's ever been brought up like internally. It's definitely been a topic in the community a lot. I've seen a lot of like long-time players, and it kind of pops up like at least like once or twice a year from what I've seen on like the Reddits and stuff. Because like a new player will come in, and then a lot of like veteran players will just be like, yeah, we don't know why they still haven't done anything about that. Which I find myself like agreeing, because like the fix is like extremely easy. You go, all right, from now on, newer players, you know, from this point onwards, newer players will have a stash tab, a map tab, and a currency tab for free. And then if you've been playing the game, you know, since before this date, you get like, I don't know, a free MTX box or just a free regular stash tab or something to kind of offset it. That way, newer players, you know, are incentivized to try the game because they now, basically you've cut out one of the hurdles of that a lot of people kind of run into when you start doing maps, which is, wow, I really need map tabs and currency tabs because I just cannot I just have no space for anything. And then, you know, you just give like a free tab or a free MTX box or something to the veteran players to be like, yes, thank you for playing our game for so long, kind of deal. And it's just it's an easy problem to fix. I just don't think it's high on their like internal thingy, especially with how much money people spent to play PoE 2. The sheer amount of new players that picked up PoE 2 who'd never even played PoE 1 was batshit crazy. Like actually insane. Because so many like big streamers grabbed the game. So they had a really huge influx of people who just never really played PoE 1, and so they got into PoE 2. And then to get into PoE 2, you spend like $30. Well, $30 gets you like $30 worth of points. So you just buy $30 worth of stash tabs when there's a stash tab sale, which happens fairly often. You can get a decent amount of them. So that's why it wasn't really an issue with PoE 2, because in order to get to PoE 2, you get points for it anyway. So it was just like, it's only really going to be an issue when PoE 2 goes free, and if they haven't changed their standing on that, then it's probably going to creep up again. Like the argument of why do I have to spend money on these stash tabs that are quite literally being said they're completely mandatory by your community, as they are. Which might, you know, it'll probably prompt something, a change if you know, if they're not already considering it to begin with. I don't know. I've just known it's been like a wall for me to get like new people to play the game once they realize that, whether it's because I tell them or because they play the game long enough to realize that, or they look it up and they see people talking about it. Because it's not exactly like a hidden secret of the game. It gets brought up fairly often. Oh, nice. Same time, like people that would be grouped that get mad and those, they make that update. Yeah, but it's like, it's one of those cases where even if you look at it from a business point of view, the amount of money that would get brought in for lowering the wall of newer players sticking around versus the people being quote unquote vocally annoyed about it would trump the scale. Like there's just no way. Especially considering that with PoE 2, you share things across it, like you share your purchases. Like they're supposedly, I have a couple MTXs that I can't use on this character, but supposedly all the MTXs that can transfer will transfer, so like armor, weapon ones are all supposed to transfer. I think the finisher ones are supposed to transfer. I think the only ones that might not transfer would be the some of the skill ones, because there's certain skills that they either work completely differently in PoE 2, or they just don't exist in PoE 2. I forgot to call it yet. Okay, Fisher. I am going to die because of the poison.
Good help is so hard to
Oh, where's my other flask? Because I... Take that for... This is why I usually like playing regen, though. Regen doesn't really give too much of a shit about poison. Something that removes poison. But yeah, I don't know. It's just from personal experience. Like that's been a wall that has kept people I've wanted to pick up the game to just not want to pick up the game. Now, to be fair, there is a bit of a conundrum, I guess you could say, regarding that, and the fact that I know people who didn't want to spend, like, to buy the first blood pact for this game, to buy some stash tabs to keep playing the game once they got deep enough into endgame, but turned around and bought Diablo 4 for $70 to play the game for, I think, like 2 months and then never play the game again. I think to this day they haven't logged back in, and it's kind of just a case of like tilt's head. Like, and they tend to play these types of games. They played a lot of Last Epoch, which is $30. But then again, Last Epoch has like a lot of other things going for it too that is pretty good. It's like $30. It has like unlimited stash tabs. You just buy stash tabs with in-game gold. What the fuck was that? Okay, I'm getting Bema. I don't even know what hit me there. Bema should be able to deal with that, I hope. Like, I have no idea what the hell hit me there, and my dude just like went from full health to just dead. I don't know if I was standing in something. All I saw was like frogs, and then the next second my character's just dead. Which doesn't really make sense considering the... Wait, what's on this map? Like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything super bad offensively. Wait, did I pick up a mod? No, it's just the flash duration one. I guess the area of effect one might be the issue, because there's probably overlap. I need that. This is the other problem with PoE, is that you can die and have absolutely no idea what the fuck killed you, because there's no sort of like feedback and stuff like that. Like nom noms? Okay, I will be expecting my portion, please and thank you. Different, that makes you feel bad and forced to spend money to continue in a free-to-play game. Just outright having to spend money to play the game to begin with. I mean, I would argue that it's kind of similar to like playing a demo, personally. Like that's the way I introduce PoE. PoE is like a demo that you then get to choose if you want to spend money on it. That's kind of how I look at it. Because you get to try the game, and you get to like play through a good portion of the game before you decide whether you want to spend money on it. Oh yeah, I died to that frog. I saw the frog and I just like got wrecked by it. Oh shit. I just cannot stand near the frogs. That's insane that those frogs deal that much damage. so annoying because this build's not actually like that much stronger than my other build. It's just that I don't have to stop while running in circles. Well, actually, this build is like 4 levels higher. Get my own? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am having you get me my own. Thank you. But like I can get that premise though, like that feeling. Because to be honest, that's why I didn't spend money on PoE for so long. I didn't spend money on PoE until I had like 400 hours in the game, minimum. Frogs are super effective. Only those frogs with increased area of effect. You remember, they gotta have to have increased area of effect. Actually, there's like this small family of like little froggy toads, little froggy frogs in our backyard. They're adorable. There's like one big one that likes to, like the other ones like to stay kind of flat, so you can't really notice them until they move around. But there's one who literally gives no fucks. He just sits up, has himself like expanded, bloated out, and he'll just like look at you. He's like, sup. And I'm just like, oh my god, look at the boy. Absolute unit. Horrible. Alright, that's right. I was wondering where I put it. I'm just surprised that that frog dealt enough damage to kill my. As like effectively, he should have had 40,000 armor. Again, I'm low on HP. The HP is like a big issue that I'm running into. Wait, don't I have a fire resistance one? That's actually not that bad. 5% increased armor, 20% to fire res, and then 0.4% of fire damage leached his life. Bad at all. What would I drop for that though? I need 2 passive points. I can exactly pull this one out. Pokemon Frog super effective, dude. Bruh, I love Toxicroak. I'm not gonna lie. Toxicroak and Croagunk are probably 2 of my favorite, like low-key favorite Pokemon. I don't know, they don't really make it to like my top 5, but they are in my top 10 for sure. I don't know if I should fire. I don't really think I should be. Like, it's like not consistent. There's people that do convert it to like fire, like all fire, and there's people that don't. And I don't actually know which one's like better. And like there's people with like really high, at least POV DPS that don't change it to fire. And there's people with really high DPS that do. I guess we'll just leave it. Different passive point. Oh, nice. How long did I was like, you've been working on that one for a little bit. Was it good? Did it live up to the expectations? I'll say I don't think. I think the only thing is that I have to level up. Pull this point up. Use that. And even then, I would need 2 more points. Technically, I'd need like 4 points to use that. I don't really think that's worth. I mean, I guess I could pull this out. No, I think we'll just keep going. That blacksmith one was pretty tempting though. I feel like it'd be pretty good. We can revisit it later. Also has chaos res on it, which would. Ooh. Yeah, there was like 29 hours across the play. That's pretty good. Go ahead. You already. But guys.
Hail, Godslayer.
Made it decently challenging, even in normal difficulty. I feel like that's. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Cause honestly, I feel like if you're gonna make like an Etrian Odyssey Pokemon crossover, I think probably the people that are gonna be like pretty more gun ho about it are probably gonna be the Etrian Odyssey players. They're probably gonna expect a certain level of difficulty. Cause even on normal difficulty, Etrian Odyssey is rough. Fuck, I really want to do like a channeling build. I have like too many builds I want to do this fucking. I already have another one I'm leveling right now. Leveling a witch because I have all the items for the build. Yeah. Just it. Can't be hindered. I need to get the. Yeah, I need to capture the Stalker of the Endless Dunes, which unfortunately means I think it's the Scorpion. Because I can't be blinded and can't be maimed. Would be pretty nice. Well, the maimed one would be better. Those have leveled up yet. The major downside is if I had just a little bit more mana reservation, I could probably fit in one of the heralds. Actually kind of annoyed that this guy couldn't kill the... Oh. We're just missing. I think it's paper. Need this. I think it's this one. I think I need like these two, and then those gives me the fragments for those. Pretty similar story wise. Actually, I've seen 3. Fortunately, the bare bones 3 story. I'm still not actually playing. Picnic normal, hard, difficult. As in there again. The only thing difficulty wise in Picnic was no healing items in battle. Normal had mandatory level caps plus the no healing items. And hard has the boss fight expanded up, special upgraded team, having actual EV spreads on Pokemon. Top of the level caps and no healing items. That sounds fun. Sometimes like you just get the itch to play like a hard strategy game again for all these years, like not playing one. What do you piece of garbage? This shit, I literally just scoured Alcta because I had Can't Leech, and then it just gives me Can't Leech again. Yeah, this is why I like doing 40% convert, because I can run these now. I accidentally keyed up a map once that had like, I think it's like 18% physical reflect. Mind you, 60% of my damage is fire. I hit this button once, unbuffed, I just died. I instantly just got one tapped by myself because of the reflect. Wait, why did I pick up all those? Oh shit. I don't think I've had that many drop in a minute. Usually I'll get like one or two. Having three is pretty rare for me. Also haven't seen a Beyond or Delirium boss in a while. Yep. I also forgot to quality up my volcanic treasure again. One of my biggest weaknesses is I keep forgetting, I just get in a zen while I'm mapping. I just wanna just keep running maps back to back. I don't think I have enough space for all of it. No. Can you get your piece of shit fire tornado off of my ass cheeks, please and thank you. Some of us are trying to do things around here like fucking hit loot. I still don't think I can fit everything. Come on. Oh, I can. I still can't fit everything because there's a fucking map on the ground. We're just gonna have to re-clear. We'll come back for it later. Get our inventory. I also have doc pages for things like where to find mons due to having side quests needing to find specific mons for people. Docs sheets showing off the boss teams for hard mode. Strategize for going into those fights. A lot of other hard ROM hacks. Play that as well. That's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of when I was younger and first getting into like playing strategy games and stuff. I like strategy JRPGs. I mean, you would go onto like the game FAQ forums and stuff, and there would just be a bunch of people that, you know, just sharing resources to like plan things out and stuff like that. Even though there's always like this weird kind of divide sometimes in those types of games, which I always found incredibly interesting, because from a purely strategic point of view, you know, it should be, you would generally consider it being applauded to get as much information as you can ahead of time to clear a fight, you know, when you're playing like a strategy game style of things. But there was like a lot of times people would be like, hey, I was really hoping that was the exerted one. They'd be like, hey, you should just play the game. Figure it out yourself. Looking ahead is cheating. Meanwhile, me points at strategy guides that have existed for Lord knows how long. I don't think... I think that map was... Right guess, wrong side. I cleared it twice though, because we did the actual final boss, only to get the normal ending and get told that I'd do all the side quests for the true ending. Ah, bro, that one's always pain. That's like the reason, honestly, that's the reason I played Dark Souls, the first one, so many times. Especially with the, like on the PC version, because that one had like the, I think there was 4 different endings you could get. I know I got 3 of them. Cause there's the one where you sit, there's the one where you decide not to sit, and then there's the one where you work with the snake dude. I don't remember there was another one besides this. It's been a while since I've played. Returned? Noodles and scrambled eggs? Take my pick? My pick is both. ¿Por qué no los dos? Wait, how much fire resistance do I have if I take the ring off? I almost have like 4, like I could actually give myself 400% fire res. Which would be like 320% regen. I'm seriously debating whether this ring is actually worth it. I honestly don't feel like it is, because of just how much of a pain it is to overcome this. For this build, I mean. Because I feel like for 400% fire res, I could also fit on another amethyst ring and probably cap my chaos res and get like another 40 to get like 400%, which would then give me like 300+% overcapped fire res, which I could just turn that into 1 life regen per second and then get hardy to then buff that. Oh. Let's go. Winning. Yeah, I am, as much as I'll eat, like, I like meat in all my dishes, I will eat eggs, noodles. I don't know, a lot of my meals recently have been like rice with some cheese, some shredded cheese, and then like 2 fried eggs and like some protein, some ham, like some sort of meat, whatever's in the fridge. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. Six passos? Fuck. I'm trying to get 4 or 5 passive. I think both of mine are... Yeah, both of the ones I have are 6. I want to at least get a 5, like 2 5 passive ones. Is what it is. Wait, so what are your plans for today, Vars? Yeah. Oh, I didn't say because I had the name somewhere.
Hippity hoppity, you is my property.
I just remembered that I have a 9 passive that I need to roll. Like another machine, Minecraft before V Rising tonight. Excited because the entire server is going to be coming after you. What did you do? I get on your head for more reasons than one. Anyone? Is this a Canada event? Whose thingy did you steal? You had to steal something. I feel like you had to steal something for that. I need to play Re Rising again because the new update, right? That they added all the like the snake people stuff and all that stuff. You need to do another run through that. You should go in blind if you can for the first experience. It ends up being too hard to wall, like go back in for a harder second run too. Then go up guides and things to strategize perfect events. You know, especially in Pokemon games, you can really choose to make the game as difficult as you want with Nuzlocke rolls. Yeah, I mean, like for me, I think like it kind of just depends on like the type of game. I am. I won't lie. I'm the type that if I'm playing a Pokemon game, my punk ass is looking up I'm looking up what the fucking gym leaders teams are. Specifically, I'm like, I ain't fucking around. I don't give a shit if I know what their typing is. I'm not letting them whip out some crazy nonsense. Especially with the more recent games, because they'll whip out a fucking Pokemon that has a move that like super effective against their counter, and then they'll just destroy your whole team. Nah, dog, I'm here to catch Pokemon. I don't give a shit about running gym battles more than once. But then, like, stuff like Dark Souls, I will... Well, it kind of depends, because... Like, if people I know who stream are streaming the game, I'll, like, watch. And I'll, you know, because I'm just hang out in their chats and stuff. But oftentimes, like, if I plan on getting it anytime soon, I won't watch other people play it. Like, Monster Hunter's another one. I really don't like knowing, like, what the monster does ahead of time before fighting it. Even if I get carded, like, 20 times over and over again, like I just want to figure out the fight on my own. Kind of just like a me thing. I got no issues with other people if they want to though, but I'm definitely like, when it comes to like the more actiony combat games, I'm like, half the fun is just learning the fight, in my opinion. But then like I also did raids and MMOs, and I'm very big on looking up ahead of time, you know, what sort of mechanics they have, what sort of strategies people have tried, stuff like that. For something like Etrian and Odyssey, I'm kind of like in between. I'm like half and half. I think usually like early on I won't look stuff up, but then I'll hit a point where I'm like, if I'm like halfway through the game, especially if there's a spike in difficulty, I'm probably looking at some things ahead of time. I forgot the quality of my volcanic fisher again. The question is, how many times am I gonna do that? Hurt the people, dominate animals. Have a bear in prison. Look at this! I can't believe this. Comes in, goes like, oh yeah, look at this! Oh my goodness, they were corrupted. Oh my god! It wasn't because they were a bear. Bear hater, calling the police. You know what? You're right. You did deserve it. You did deserve everybody coming after you. How could you do that to Bear? Just minding its own business. Sometimes when I would like walk, like when I was just like walking around, looking at my stashes and my keep, I would just walk around in bear form. Like Ember. Big Oak. Oh, shut up, touch me.
Choice, after all, is part of how we
Huh?
I turn tail. This will be easier if you hold.
Just a mage to come in and get. You should get your books. Deserved. How dare you? You enslaved a bear. Illegally so. Read a bear. Take Virus's books. Where's the... Oh yeah, this one. Probably grab that one. Probably drop for it though. Oh, probably this point. Actually, I see 4 you first got into the series at a point where I didn't know how to do puzzles to make boss fight. Have an easier start. And just straight fighting the foe, got walled for the... Okay. Yeah, honestly, with Etrian Odyssey, I can't blame you. That game is... Etrian Odyssey is like just crazy.
I don't deal in introductions.
Where is the boss room? Where is the boss room? I also didn't quality my volcanic fisher again. One of these days. One of these days. Got stunned. That's rude. The getaway after clearing a fight though, the rest of the game straight. Still, yeah, I mean like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like relatively indifferent on it. I find it like a relatively amusing thing to see for people to kind of argue over. It's kind of like one of my things where I'm like the Michael Jackson gif of, you know, just sitting in your theater seat eating the popcorn. I'm like, that's me. When I see people arguing on like Reddit or a forum about it, I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Second. That's... through your veins. Yeah. Especially when it comes to like single player games, I am very much in the camp of like, bro, if you enjoy it, just play it how you want it. Just don't tell me how to play it. If I ain't asking, don't be talking. At the very least, like, you know, suggest it, and if I go, oh, okay, cool, thanks, but I'm good, don't push it. And I'm more of the type of just like, are you like doing that? Instead of just being like, you really should do this. Or I'll like ask, I'll be like, you want some advice on that? You want some help? I don't know. If you're playing a single player game and you're having fun and you're not like shitting on other people for the way they do things, then have at it. Do your own thing. If you're playing a multiplayer game and your fun is like griefing people, get some help. Granted, there's certain games where it's kind of like that's just how you do it. Apparently like Rust in particular has a pretty big Like where people just like griefing each other. Like that's their fun. It's a pretty PvP heavy focused game. And honestly, like when you do like PvP games, especially PvP games where you can build things, I swear to God, it brings out the worst in people sometimes. Like I don't know what it is. There's something about an FPS game when players like fight each other that just, I swear, it just brings a certain type of people that they just love being asshats for like no particular reason, and you're just like, why? Like what the hell? They just love being like absolutely toxic in like a million different ways. And then there's certain games where that's just like rewarded. Fucking look at the GTFT. Oh, you're beating your opponent, but you know that if he gets like this one thing, he's gonna beat you, and it's on the carousel, and you can get it before him. Oh, fuck that dude. Just grabs it. Alright, you can get it next game when I'm not the one who's gonna go first. I'm gonna have to get go with a guide. Not 100% first playthrough. Here. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those funny arguments because neither side is wrong. That's like the best part. Like, and you know, as long as people aren't like starting to, you know, throw low blows and stuff in an argument, that's the best type of argument, to just sit there. Where like both of them are like rabid dogs just on a bone that they refuse to let go, and neither of them are technically wrong, because it's completely subjective on how to enjoy your time. I think that's one of the reasons I find like watching people play Dark Souls like so entertaining, because everybody kind of has their own way they like playing it. When I first played Dark Souls, and like actually beat it, because that's when I consider my first time actually playing Dark Souls, when I actually beat Dark Souls, which was, I think I played it like 3 times before that, before I actually beat it on a run for the first time. The first run I beat it, I over leveled the shit out of the game. I went back in time to when I first used to play JRPGs, and it's like a habit I have when I play JRPGs. Unless there's a mechanic that forces me to not be able to do it, I always like try to over level the shit out of the game, because I know, bro, I'm just too mentally scarred from all the bullshit that JRPG games throw at you, and it's just like oh, actually I could take these like 3 points out and just anoint measured. Oh, never mind, that's golden oil. That, yeah, no, that's good. Never mind, I'm good. Golden oil, yeah, that's not happening. But like, I over leveled so much in the first Dark Souls game that on the first boss, I had a Zweihander and I was a strength build, and I did one drop attack and it instantly killed the boss. That's how over leveled I was. I just like zenned out and just farmed the shit out of like the zone before the first boss. I had a little farming route for it and everything, and I just one-tapped him. And I didn't even realize, because I was like, because I'd usually die so many times to that dude on like the previous attempts. I was like, I'm just gonna level, and then once I feel good, we'll go. And then when I one-shot him, I was like, oh, maybe I over-leveled a little bit too much. But it was great. And that gave me like the impetus to just keep playing through the rest of the game. And then, I mean, it wasn't smooth sailings all the way through, but I did just use this Zweihander all the way through, because Zweihander's like really good. But like it was the thrill of doing that, and then after that I started, you know, gauging it, you know, getting good at the game, dodging through shit. Oh crap, I forgot to change Atlas trees. I forgot to, Jesus Christ. At this point, I need to just keep a counter for how many times I say I'm gonna quality up my volcanic fissure snaking and I don't. Get out of my face, Child Master. Nobody likes you. Except for like 0.5% of the community. Yeah, this guy could probably do just about anything that's not in Delirium. Raises that take the time to do level 1 no hit runs. And he just completely no hit og. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the guy that he do a no hit run through Dark Souls 1 through 3. And I think, wait, wasn't Elden Ring part of that too? Yeah, I remember you mentioning it. Meanwhile, little old me, the craziest I ever got was I think I spent like 3 months trying to speedrun Dark Souls 1. Like learning all the off the map like locations to run, where you can run like under the map to get to another spot and stuff like that. That was a pretty fun experience. But yeah, the level 1 no hit run guys are they're just fucking built different. I fucking. I'm not even quite sure what hit me there. It dealt so much damage. Like, well, I know it was like the little like salvo fireball thing. Yeah, that fireball like salvo she does. That almost killed me. For some odd reason. Dark Souls 133. And then I did again with adding Demon Souls, Sekiro, and Bloodborne. Only jeez Louise. Yeah, sometimes them Souls players are just built different. They are just built very different. Yeah, I'm not getting no hit runs. Dark Souls for me was like so hard because, especially in Dark Souls in the early ones, I think Elden Ring it's like a little better with the different mechanics and stuff. But I was a very like tank your way through stuff kind of player. And Dark Souls is not a very tank your way through stuff kind of game. You kind of got to get good of at least like dodging through attacks and stuff. So that took a while. I never got around to parrying in Dark Souls. The guys that can just like parry all the time are sheesh. I think in Elden Ring I did it a couple times, but that I think they, I was thinking they changed it to like a skill in that one instead of just being something you just do. Oh fuck, I did it again. I was gonna check the kineticist to see what she had. Got a haste aura. Other end of the counter, I was still forgetting to quality up my my volcanic fissure. Oh, look at this. I'm trying to see if I can get a hollow palm while doing this also. Can you see what? If I have 40 Orbs of Regret, I think I'll probably respec from Chieftain to Berserker. For the giant damage increase. Like all the way back there. Probably one of the downsides to silos. Every once in a while you get like these little corners that you kind of don't explore because sometimes they don't lead to anything. He has Soul Eater. Oh, you just periodically. Did them with leveling up or not? Feel like I went and do I've got runs at level 1. Yeah, I've seen people do the level 1 runs through. Oh, I had to sneeze. I remember, I think I saw a dude do it for Elden Ring. At least like I watched like most of it. 8 passive. Wait, I didn't accidentally use it for... I might have accidentally used the recipe. I did. Oh, I'm so glad I got that back then. Even though I think this one's better, I think the other one was a 9. I think I accidentally used it for one of the recipes when I was doing the cluster jewels earlier. Oh, that's so glad, because I was actually gonna craft, like, try to roll that now. I need like what, 12? 45. Now we have 4 fishes. Oh. Oh. Maybe if I actually click it all the times. There we go. It's actually like a really big damage difference. You have 15 tries to hit something like half decent with this. We need Feed the Fury and Fuel the Fight. Like, I got really lucky with the one that I have now that it rolled both, but it takes way too many to get it in there. Yep. I kind of figured that was gonna take a while. Nice. Yeah, the fourth Fisher actually deals more damage than you would think. Also, we're gonna try to do this run with Pulverize. But it feels, because Fortify is really good for the tankiness, but I don't know if just having the Fortify thing by itself. I don't have like a guaranteed chance to spawn Lyrium, so. I really hope at some point they end up reworking the boss altars, because they're like never worth taking. Like, if you want to efficiently run altars, at least for Searing Exarch, you generally choose a map that you can just speedrun to the boss, something like Mesa. You kill the boss and then you clear the map. Because it's like the boss ones are just never worth. It's like, oh, choose between the chance of basically walking out with like 20 Chaos Orbs, or you can get like 2 from the boss. It's like, what? I've already killed one of you, but do you have anything good? I had a Ventar's Gamble. You have a Ventar's Gamble with something good? No, you don't. I'm tempted to use the Fortify tattoo that I have. Trying to go with corrupting blood immunity. Make my life easy. Unfortunately, I think the only arid lake one we, and I don't think this one can handle that. Unfortunately, but I think Ashen Woods is connected to Silo. Silo. Oh wait, no, Ashen Woods is connected to B. At least it was in the previous one. I don't know if it still is. Beach was a map that I liked running. The previous one. Oh no, Beach isn't connected. Wait, where is? Oh, it's all the way over here. Silo. Is this 15? The 16, I just don't have it. Running Grave Trough. And I run this one. Well, we'll probably go to like 12:30 and call it for the night. Probably because I need to get ready for. Need to look up for the respec. So I think I'm just gonna swap to Berserker. Cause I'm not even, like, realistically, I'm not even making use of the biggest reason I would normally go Chieftain, which was to get the regen. I mean, the max res is like pretty good. I don't know. I just keep stacking it. Cause like realistically, if I could hit the if I could hit that that 8 passive to have like fuel the fight, feed the frenzy plus one more was like probably martial prowess or something, so that it ends up on the front. I think it'd probably take the cluster. I'd be closer to the cluster for getting the. I could fit in the fire resistance one. That would give me more armor and leech with fire damage. But I'm gonna focus on building the machine. All right, all right. Hopefully, you have your step still handy. Hopefully, it doesn't blow up. Gracias por el agua. Wow. Cat wants the pig. You can't turn him into bacon. Remember that. The chunk is sacred. No fucking way he like stuns me with that. Just needed another friend? Oh wow. Calls me unk, calls me old, calls me friendless. What's next? Maidenless? Iris just wants to make me cry. Am I... Wait, am I what? Be making this? You got a problem with that? Wipes tear. Oh sweet, last good minute. It's been a while since I've seen one of those, since I haven't been running this tree. No, don't pat me. I'm gonna kick the kick your step stool away from you so you can't reach. Your ankles? Joke's on you. I got boots on. Easy. Oh, hey, name sir. I was in you on that. Well, good luck with the machine. I expect the bear mech to be done upon next inspection. 100% increased chaos damage and regenerates 8% life per second. I feel like that's like the only thing that's worth taking. Ah. Oh, that's annoying because I think I got the brother stash over the.
The wildwood can be shared.
Charcoal machine first. Charcoal machine, just burn down a forest. Easy. Kind of interesting to see how far Minecraft has come, especially with all the mods. Never bought Minecraft because honestly, early on it just never seemed all that entertaining to me compared to like Terraria. But now with like some of the mods I've seen people play with, I'm like tempted. I'm like, maybe I should get it at some point. Do what you can. Good luck. use the other half of the brain cell well. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna respec to. Well, I'd have to actually. I need to double check because I don't think I have enough. I might have enough yellow juice now to be able to flip the resistances. That's the nice thing about doing harvest is I can just flip fire res into like one of the other reses so that I'm like res capped. Yeah. Got some tattoos, really. But I don't think there's any. Wait, there's. Wait, where is. Wait. Where the hell could there be more than 50? It has to be like on one of the edges. Okay, there. One of the kind of annoying things with the like the Searing Exarch and the Eater of Worlds mobs is sometimes you have to like backtrack to get them to spawn, and that's like incredibly annoying. Yeah, because if I swap to Berserker, it's like, well, a shit ton more damage. We get 30% of our leech is instant. I think I'd have to get the endurance charge thing on. Yeah, getting the endurance charge. Wait, this guy's not even using. Wait, do you not use the leech one? Nah, I'll do the swap later. I'll do the swap after I look it up a little bit more. Ooh. Big. Oh. I swapped it like twice on accident. I need to do. I think I need to like for the harvest one. I need to just pull out like most of the map sustain nodes, and then just make like an actual map sustain atlas to use to just farm up a bunch of maps for like silo. Oh, I leveled up. I didn't realize I was that close. Honestly, I need to just start sending out like small shipments to try to farm for the pirate dude. So I was really hoping that I could get at least the... I wasn't hoping to get a Savalan. I was just hoping that I could get the Starfall Knight to spawn, so I could get I literally just got stunned out of my fucking rallying cry. But I was just hoping I could get the Starfall Knight dude to spawn so I could get the last two Settlers boss kills that I need. But I have not seen it a single time. Granted, obviously I'm not gonna see it when I've been running the my Delirium one, which doesn't really have much of any percentage chance for ore deposits to spawn. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. So my assumption was correct. The as soon as this gets to like 30%, which is kind of what we're at now, like more than 30%, running the fire penetration jewel does nothing. It's like overkill. I think it's like nothing until you hit like 100% or something like that. Yeah, I think I'll save the fortify for like the 6th link. Cause I feel like the 6th link is either fortify or it's like the endurance charge on stun. Yeah, pulverize is huge. Huge DPS difference. Especially because overlap. Nice. Okay, really? I can understand getting stunned once, but why the fuck am I getting stunned? Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for Resolute Technique and then just swap to Nara's Pantheon. I think without Pulverize, I could do Brian King, but with Pulverize, the attack speed is so slow. Or not Resolute, Unwavering Stance. Because I'm armored, I'm like full armor anyway, so I'm not evading shit anyway. Oh, it's not? I hate this part. The fact that they didn't cut this transition out when they made her a map boss kind of annoys me. Flash is still behind me. Oh, I think did I stun her out of the thing? I think I might have stunned her out of the dive. You can do that sometimes. Cause I'm pretty sure she still does like the immunity phase in that one. What aired late? I don't want it to steal the charges though. Endurance charges are kind of pretty big for our thing. I think it's mostly just this one. Yeah. This one, get a fragment of winter, get and get the core sister of shadows. I don't have freeze immunity though. I dropped the Arctic armor. And I guess I could try to find a way to get freeze immunity, maybe through the gems or something. Oh, I'll run this one and then we'll call it for the night. Balls.
Valiant strike true.
I guess we can find a way for freeze immunity. I could go for solo Lunaris. Because then it would make it so that the chain mods would be a free. The projectiles chain, which I'm pretty sure has gotten me killed on a couple of maps.
Pick your path, and we're both beyond salvation and
Oh, they recently, today actually, when I was, they did it sometime between when I did some PoE grinding during the day and then stream. But they did another patch for nerfing more of the merc skills, because there's still a couple skills that are kind of egregious. They had to nerf the Reap and Vol Reap again. Rather not die, that Ice Nova hits like a truck. Strange sinkhole. Probably shouldn't be walking into these kinds of things, but you know, for loot. I'm not gonna lie, I think Lightning Mirage is probably one of the few on-hit rare modifiers that kind of still annoys me, because there's no real cooldown for it. Actually, it's not even on-hit. Alright, I think it's the only on-hit one. But it's like, spawns Lightning Mirages when hit. There's no real... I think it has like a bit of a cooldown, because like, if not, then I'd be spawning like so many of them. Because like Volcanic Fissure, for instance, hits like 3 times. Like per Fissure hit, basically, if it hits right. Which it's probably going to hit right, so I'd be spawning like a crap ton of it. So there's a decent amount of a cooldown. But if you compare it to like the cooldown to say, of like the Molten Orb spawn, which I think also got nerfed, because I think that used to like machine gun out like Molten Orbs. You have a pretty decent window in between them. So for instance, if you play a build like this, you have a pretty decent shot to be able to do some damage before you have to dodge through the orb. But for some weird reason, I don't know if it was like a design choice or if it was just like the skill just ended up that way and they never really went back to change it. I think at this point it's probably a design choice. But so for instance, the caustic orbs after death, the Molten Orb, all of that, you can pass through it and it'll set it off. For some weird reason, Lightning Mirage doesn't work that way. Like, Lightning Mirage actually has to stand on your character for, I think, like half a second before it starts its like little animation to pop into the lightning puddle. And I always thought that was a really weird distinction between that and the other ones. Because I think it's the only that sort of chase you and explode mechanic in the game that like it activates after a certain amount of time, but it's also just like weird that you can't preemptively set it off, or like you can't just like run through it to set it off ahead of time and just keep going. Because if you run through it too quickly, like if you have a decent move speed and you try to do that and you run through it, it just turns around and keeps following you. And sometimes you can do that and find yourself sandwiched between two lightning mirages that just happen to be at the right distance from each other to grief you. And that can almost kill you sometimes. Speaking from experience, there's one time that happened and I got hit by like both, because it was at just the right interval where the one in front, it considered me staying inside of its radius just long enough that it started setting itself off, and it was in a tunnel, so I couldn't really sidestep, and I was just sandwiched between 2 lightning mirages that went off, and I had like a 1 HP. Almost died. Didn't completely die, but it was pretty close. And I was like, bro, this is some bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a nice little change if they got around to changing that, but I doubt they will at this stage. I think it's kind of just an accepted thing. At least we got one side. I picked that up. Yeah, it's really like 600. Oh, I know. I needed to use my cornucopia. Yeah, I just need to get this. I'm missing. I need a pair of armored boots to drop. If I get a pair of armor boots to drop that are influenced, we finish that. Oh yeah, yeah, I knew it was the Exalted Orb one.
What have you got for me?
Yeah, 60. I'm just gonna. I'd rather like save that for when I need Exalted Orbs. $120 Orbs of Alteration. Not bad. Waiting for get one more of those. Up there. More Chaos Orb. Oh, almost did. I did that so many times last league. Especially when I was like dead tired at night. I would accidentally sell my I'd accidentally sell my div cards. Realistically, I think they should get rid of this card trade system. I think it should just be tied into the vendor, or give the menu a similar thing like the vendor window, so you can do multiple at once. At least like, I don't know, maybe batches of 4 or something. Would be nice. Ah, fuck, it's corrupted. I think I've done. Oh no, I've done like 3 of them. Yeah, I'm missing the Purifier. Pretty sure I've killed each of these. I need the Purifier, and then I need the like. And then for this one, I need to do Redeemer, and I need Crusader and Hunter. But that's just running the stuff. Yeah, I need to run all of my unique maps just to finish Remarkable Realms. I'm trying to hit this one. I've been corrupting a bunch. I think I've corrupted like 10 gems, and none of them have. Well, I won't get the 23% quality, but none of them have leveled up to 21 yet. Waiting for this one to line up, the Delirium boss that is possessed. Because once I finish this one, doing the defeat general while Delirious is pretty easy. Like really easy to force that. I need to do Jun just so I can do this one. The farm for Syndicate Masterminds. I could see if there's. I could see what the Katarina invitations go for. Might be able to just buy it. This is just. I just need to save up and buy all of these and use them. That's just running maps. This is just doing the new thingies. Need to kill 3 more. Yeah, this is just running it until we get it. Why not kill them? I need to throw them. We're almost done with half of this. Wait. They changed this. This used to be 333 of searing altars and then 333 of the other altars. They changed it to just 333 eldritch altars and then memory altars. That's a nice change. Yeah, this is I'm just trying to save up invitations for that. I need to just do one more and we'll be done with this one. Honestly, we would have been done with it if I wasn't just really dumb on that one fight, on the first like tutorial fight. Yeah. These 3 are pretty, like I know I can get done. This Maven one is gonna be kind of iffy. Might take me a couple tries because I've never done the Maven fight. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna suck ass at it. Yeah. This is the main reason I'm doing the Forbidden Rite Soul Sacrifice one, just to see if I can get that to run tier 17s. Because neither of the 2 builds I have right now can run tier 17s. I mean, they could, but like the sheer amount of investment I would need would be, I feel like, too much in comparison to what that build would need. I've heard that build's like really busted. And because if you can do that, maybe we can do some of the Uber stuff too. Probably not. I feel like if I do Ubers, it's gonna fucking beat my ass. But yeah, that'll be it for the night stream. We might take a break from one of the on one of these nights from just gaming in general. I kind of want to do. I haven't done it in a long time, but I think I'm gonna do like a little, I guess like mini budget stream where I kind of just make a spreadsheet with the things I want to get and like their average price, and then just kind of stick to that. Just for a little diversion, a little change of pace, give my brain and my wrist especially. PoE like wreaks havoc on both of my wrists for some weird reason. I can understand my right wrist because it's the mouse, right? So it's like constantly moving it around. But I don't know why the left wrist also hurts when all that's doing is just hitting a couple buttons. But it is what it is. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, I do plan on like upgrading my computer in the near future, so there might not be like a stream on one of the days while I try to figure everything out. Or there might be like a random test stream on a weekend. So like always, I'll let y'all know in the Discord, so feel free to hop in if you haven't. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. It was if you have a good day. It was if you have a good day. Stay safe, stay hydrated. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.